Hey there, Dr. Mulrooney here. I hope you're having a great day. I want to just give you some tips on how to improve your videos. So one of the biggest things you can be doing really is to look at your lighting system. Now, some people will use a ring light. I find if you're going to be producing a lot of videos, invest in some good lighting. And good lighting doesn't mean it has to be very expensive. I will put up some links for different kits that I recommend on Amazon that will cost you about $150 Canadian, which means even less American, especially right now. That will allow you to get set up the way that you need to. So right now I have 4 lights on me. I've got 2 right in front of me, and then I've got 2 behind me. And those 2 lights behind me are lighting up the wall. Now, if I take my lights off the walls and just point them in a different direction, now you can see there's kind of a darkness on either side because the lights that are in front of me are condensed this way, and then we're losing some of it behind. When I swing those back onto it, then we get a better light. So what you want to do is make sure you're analyzing what's happening. And you can see when I move this, you start to get a bit of a halo here. That is actually for really good lighting people. That would drive them nuts to see it. So you want to be adjusting that and looking at the background that you're using and make sure that that looks good. Now, right now I'm recording on a Logitech Brio 4K camera, which is an amazing camera. It's 4 times high def. So that's why the quality looks so good. I have a MacBook Air, a brand new one, which is really frustrating, but the camera on it is not great. So I'm just going to quickly switch to that so that you can see what that looks like. So I haven't changed anything except for changing out cameras. So my lighting is still the exact same, but the quality, and you can see even when I move, like things shake around, things get lighter and darker, and there's this like twinkling happening behind me. So that's the difference between a great camera and a not so great camera. So now I've taken off my front lights. So you can see the quality is still really good, but the lighting is very different. I show up very differently on the camera, so that's something that you want to check as well. Last but not least is sound. So I have beside me, so it's not actually capturing the right way, a Rode microphone. So this is the Video Mic Pro. It is decently sized. If you look at the size of my hand, it is a decently sized one, but I really like it because it does condense sound quite well. So normally what I would do is I would have my microphone on top of my camera so it's pointing directly at me. But just to give you an example, if I'm here versus over here versus what you were listening to for the sound for the rest of it, I'm in a room that has a really high ceiling, so it's nice to have that sound condensed for me so that I am way more clear on the camera. So these are a few little tricks. The first one is make sure you have good lighting, make sure it's angled the right way, make sure you have a really good camera, and also make sure that you have a good sound system so that you are producing as professional level of content as you possibly can, especially if you are wanting to take your personal branding to the next level. You don't want to be going full amateur. You can add in those professionalism layers as you go, but if you want to do this right, this kind of setup is not that expensive. So the Rode microphone is about $200. The Logitech Brio, right now we're during the pandemic, so it's twice as expensive as it should be, but it's usually around $200. My lighting system cost me $150. So it's really not that expensive to get set up with the right stuff, but start one piece at a time. If I was going to start with just one thing, I would start with the camera first and then investigate into microphones and then investigate into lighting. In the meantime, if you don't have the best lighting system, you can be sitting in front of a window with natural light. Just try and find a nice background that you can have behind you that is beautiful to look at, aside from looking at your pretty face. Hope this helps, and I'll see you on the next episode.